Okay? So the correct way to do this is find probably a little fork or a little thing like the fork with a circle, and you unscrew that screw into that. Right now I don't have any because I used them all up the other day on another project. You're going to have to carefully unscrew it just a little bit so you can get the wire under there. And I think this wire goes there too. I think. Might as well just hook that up too. So you get that in there. Make sure it doesn't come out when you do it. See, that's pretty snug. And then I'm going to take this wire and put it on the other screw. Tick tock, tick tock. Come on. And screw that down. Okay, yeah, those two wires are stuck now. Okay. Back to doing this. Since I got my ground and my my ground and positive wire, I was thinking about something else there for a sec, hooked up. Okay, this is pretty much done with the wire. Okay, what you're gonna have to do now is, I've already done this the other day. This was my test engine to do this. Is that I soldered a wire over that. Okay. So it's connected to the chuff switch, which the chuff switch will trigger the ground power. This is not black, but it's supposed to be black. But I don't have any black wire left. Is that this will trigger the ground to turn on and cause the fan to turn on. Now this wire that I just got done hooking up, that is the power for the positive power for the fan and the power for the heating element. So the fan won't turn on until this ground is switched on by the chuff switch. Since the chuff switch and the sound set system is hooked up to it, when it clicks, it causes the power to go to the board and tells it to chuff. So that's pretty much what it's doing with the smoke unit. So when it gets clicked, it turns it on for a quick second and causes the fan to rotate and blow the smoke out of the system, and then it turns off. So the problem is that the fan doesn't stop, and what I've noticed on my 2 inches, that the fan doesn't stop right away like it does on the newer models. If someone could figure out how to get that to stop, that would be nice. And I also noticed with the EM, if you noticed, it did stop right away because there was smoke in it, and there was smoke fluid causing it to like bubble up on there, and I wanted it to do that so I can get it to stop immediately. If it does that, it just keeps wisping out. It just doesn't, you can't tell if it's puffing or not. So someone could figure that out. That would be really nice. Tell me how to do that. Make a video and show me what I need. So okay, since I got that hooked up, since this is going to be semi-permanent now, I need to get some bigger shrink tube. I think, no, that's too big. I can use some of this. Get my scissors. I'm going to shrink tube it over the top of this. I think we need about that much. Shrink tubing is like $5 a box, so Radio Shack or your local hobby store, I think you can get it. So you get tubing, put it over the top of that. I do recommend having the wire go out the other side. So feeding through this to like that. Okay, that protects any like loose objects such as the radio to touch. You don't want that to happen, or you're gonna have to get a new one. And they're like $40 a piece. So I'm gonna shrink this. There we go. Okay. Since that's gonna cool by me blowing on it now. See how it just hugs it? Okay. And you got the wire that now I'm gonna have to screw on my soldering tip. Cut that on. Okay. Now if it's gonna come time to, wow, this is like almost been a half an hour. Might be 4 videos. Or maybe 3 if I finish in 8 minutes, since I only have 8 minutes left on this tape. Okay, so you got smoke in it. So remember what I said earlier about the soldering? What you're going to have to do, so I need to heat this up again, which is going to take another few minutes. Wonderful world of video editing. Since I didn't have enough cable, I soldered those together and then heat shrinked it. And I heat shrinked a little bit this too, so it doesn't touch the top of the shell. So what you're going to do is you're going to hook it up here or right there. I highly recommend doing it wherever the lead ended at first. Okay, so I'd put it right here. It's more safe, out of the way. So wait for that to heat up now. Okay. Ooh, hot. So I'm going to do this because I don't have 3 hands. Figure out how to get that to stay. I don't remember how I did it last time. Okay. This camera. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to solder it there. There, soldered. And what, if you probably already know, but flux causes solder to stick to stuff. So what you do is you open your flux up, you get the wires, and you just dip the wire in there, and then you get your solder, and you just dip those. Figure out how to get a little bit of solder on that wire, just like probably about wire's width, and then you just solder it to the piece that you need to be soldered to, and it sticks just fine like this. Okay, so that's about it right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the train on the track, and I'm going to turn it on and see if it works. Okay, got it hooked up. Goes instantly. It's going to start coming out. Make sure you don't overfill your smoke unit, or you're going to be kind of in trouble here. So I'm going to move forward here. Oh, forgot to put the radio on. Shit. Okay, I got the radio back on. I forgot to put her on. Big mistake there. Well, not big, but... So I'm going to back up apparently. You have to be careful when you're testing. These things get really hot. It's not pleasant. See? See how that just works perfectly? Isn't this amazing? I can't believe I came up with this. Okay, now I'm going to finish the product, put everything back together, and then I need to turn this off or it's going to get too hot to work with. And then I'm going to do another quick video, and then I'm going to make another video, actually another how to do video on how to clean up smoke residue, like all the, you know, sometimes it leaves oil on top of the boiler and stuff. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? So, that's probably going to be my next one. So let me get this back together real quick.